Cat camel, start on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, arch the back up, pulling the navel to the spine to stretch the shoulders and the low back, then decompress, pushing the navel away from the spine. Spend about 5 seconds at each position, then switch and repeat. Kneeling T-spine rotation on all fours once again, hands underneath the shoulders. Take one hand, put it behind the head. Then we are going to use the elbow to rotate out and upward to flex the scapular muscles, the latissimus, and the chest. Nice and slow. Back to start, reset, and repeat. Side laying thoracic stretch. We're going to have knees bent on our side, arms extended out in front of us. That top hand is going to stay extended as we bring it back to the other side, rotating the torso, working those outer obliques, that low back, but mostly that thoracic region, and opening up the chest and shoulder joints some more. Nice and slow with this motion. Reset and repeat. Side laying shoulder rotations, same position, knees bent on our side. Take that bottom arm, we're going to rotate the shoulders so that the hand comes down to the floor in supine position. Then we're going to rotate it back, putting it prone, nice and slow, trying to get as much range of motion on both sides as possible. Try to keep the elbow in line with the shoulder as much as possible. Child's pose to cobra stretch, start on all fours, hand underneath the shoulders. We're going to push the hips down and back to sit on our feet while we extend those hands out in front of us to really work that upper back, working those shoulders in the thoracic region, but also stretching the low back as well. Then we come forward for the cobra, pushing that chest out, making it nice and proud, working those shoulders back and to open up that low back as well in the opposite direction. Crossbody arm swings, start with the hands in front of us, extended out above the chest. Then we're pulling back the arms, working that chest, working the shoulder joint and the thoracic region once again to open up the muscles. Nice and slow with this motion. Reset, repeat, make sure you cross the arms over and under. Shoulder rolls, feet shoulder width apart, arms extended down by our sides, shrugging the shoulders up, bringing them forward to loosen up the joints, loosen up the muscles. Halfway through, about 10 reps, we are going to take it in reverse, just taking the opposite direction, same motion, just loosening up everything. Arm circles, keep the arms fully extended, pull them back as far as you can, up and over. Once again, just loosening up the shoulder joint, that chest, and the thoracic region. 10 reps, and then we're going to take it in reverse. Get as much range of motion as you can, nice and slow. There is no rush. Hip rotations, feet should be about shoulder width apart. We're going to bring that knee up and outside transversely as much as we can to open up the hips, work the glutes, the hamstrings, just loosening up the muscles and the joints once again. If you need to, you can grab onto something for more support and stability. Leg swings, we're going to start feet shoulder width apart, fully extended. Bring that foot across the body and then outside as much as we can to loosen up the hips, the glutes once again, the adductor and abductor muscles as well. Grab onto something for more stability. We're going to do 10 reps each leg across the body. Then we're going to go forward and backwards. Once again, if you need more stability, go ahead and grab onto something, just loosening up all the muscles and joints. Forward lunge, we want both feet pointed forward, pushing the hips forward slightly, engaging the core. We don't want the knees to cross over the toes. Option, minimize the range of motion. For the backwards lunge or reverse lunge, we're doing the same motion, just taking it in reverse, stepping behind us while still pushing the hips forward, engaging the core for a deeper stretch. Bodyweight alternating lunge matrix. We're going to start with a front lunge, pushing the hips forward. Then we're going to go back into position, step to the side with the same leg for a lateral lunge, pushing the hips down and back, keeping the proud chest. Finally finishing with a reverse lunge on that same leg, still pushing the hips forward, keeping a proud chest, engaging the core. Then we switch sides and do the opposite leg for all 3 reps as well. Reset and repeat once finished. 2 sets unless you want more. Lateral lunge, we're in a squat position to start, and we're shuffling from right to left, just a few steps at a time, just loosening up the groin, the hips, the hamstrings, glutes, and the calves. Doesn't need to be too fast. Your option is to slow it down and just take a couple steps from left to right and right to left. Speed skater lunges, jumping side to side. We're not working more on power, but more stability, although we do want to get a good range of motion. Keep the inside foot inside of the outside foot. Your option here is to step to the right In a squat position, bring that opposite leg up for a little bend of the knee and loosen up the hips a little bit more. Knee to chest, we're going to start feet shoulder width apart, arms down by our sides. We're bringing our knee up, grabbing that knee with both hands to pull closer to the chest to really open up the hips, work the hamstrings and the glutes as well. Doesn't need to be too fast. Take your time. Seal jacks, we're going to start with our hands in front of our chest, feet shoulder width apart. We're jumping out, opening the legs, extending the arms open to open up that thoracic, work that shoulder joint, and also the scapular muscles, in addition to the chest as well. Your option is to just slow it down, step to the side, and open up the arms and legs in a nice fluid motion. Jumping jacks start with feet about shoulder width apart, arms extended down by our sides. We're jumping out, bringing the arms above our head, just getting the heart rate moving, loosening up the joints and the muscles. And the option here is also step to the side, bring the arms above the head in a nice fluid motion once again. Runner's lunge with rotation. We're going to be in a low lunge position, hand on the ground for more stability, both feet pointed forward, reaching out and behind us with that opposite arm to open up the thoracic, engage the glutes, the hamstrings, and that low back for a deeper stretch. Option, take it to the floor with that back knee for more support and stability. Fire hydrant, we're going to be on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to take one knee, pull it out to the side, then bring it up as much as we can. Pull it back to work the low back, the glutes, and the hamstrings, then rotate it back to start position. Reset, repeat, nice and slow. There is no rush. Bird dog, once again on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to take the opposite arm and opposite leg, extend them up and out as much as we can to work that low back, glutes, and hamstrings, and also that upper back and shoulders, really just loosening up the muscles and engaging the core to get it ready for more activity. Leg kicks, we're going to start feet shoulder width apart. We're going to step forward with the opposite foot to kick the other foot up as high as we can. We can start with a low range of motion and try and go for a deeper range each time. There is no rush with this. Take your time, but bring that leg up as much as you can to work those hamstring, glutes, and low back. We're loosening up the joints and the muscles. 10 reps, then we'll switch sides and repeat. Finally, we're going to finish with the active lat stretch. Elbows together, wrists together, hands about chin height. Then we're bringing both arms up, staying together as high as we can go. We should finish with elbows around the chin, really working those lats, the teres major and minor, and the rotator cuff muscles as well. Take your time, no rush. Going to do about 10 reps total.